Kicking off the quarterfinals of this tournament, we have LA Knight against Bo Dallas, and Dallas with the elbow. Knight misses the clothesline. German suplex attempt. LA Knight able to get out of it. Bo Dallas, though, Alabama slam. Dropping down LA Knight. Bo Dallas a shocking defeat over Bryan Danielson in the first round. Can he defeat LA Knight here tonight and head to the semifinals, which take place next week? And he's looking to roll the dice. LA Knight able to get out of it. Clothesline taking down Bo Dallas. Another clothesline. LA Knight is on a roll. Ducking Dallas's clothesline back. Suplex into that crossbody. And he is pumping up the fans. You know what time it is. Oh, and off the ropes, looking for the elbow drop. Connects right on the chest of Bo Dallas. And he's looking BFT, but Bo Dallas counters. Oh my God, full Nelson slam. Planting down LA Knight. Bo Dallas still fighting to stay alive in this tournament. Almost winning the Brutus Memorial Battle Royal back at Brutality Mania. Bo Dallas has taken every opportunity he can get his hands on, and he has ran with it. I'm a proud Bo-liever here. Into the flatliner by Bo Dallas off the middle rope. Dallas picking up LA Knight, grabbing him by the head. Looking for that Bo dog. LA Knight, though, keeping him up on the top rope. Neck breaker planting Bo Dallas. Dallas is on Dream Street right now. He has no idea where he's at. LA Knight trying to get back to his feet here, headed to the outside. And now looking slingshot, shoulder, never mind. Neck breaker for Bo Dallas, dropping down the megastar. And Bo Dallas once again finding a way to fight back in this tournament. Pulling himself up onto the top rope, the strength of Bo Dallas. But LA Knight jumping up to the top rope, looking for that avalanche superplex, planting Bo Dallas. LA Knight in control in this match, picking up Bo Dallas. What's he got in mind? Putting him up, taking him aboard the gravy train, hooking the far leg. Is that all she wrote? 1, 2. Dallas gets the shoulder up at a count of 2. And LA Knight cannot believe it. He knows what he has to do to put away the number one believer, but a jawbreaker from Dallas. Clothesline missed by LA Knight. And Dallas with a Bo Dazzler. Bo Dazzler, but LA Knight rolls out of the ring. Bo Dallas almost just gave LA Knight his first loss in LBW. The Bo Dazzler planting down the megastar. Could have been enough. But LA Knight using that momentum to roll out of harm's way. And Bo Dallas now looking slingshot cross body. LA Knight rolls back into the ring. Dallas looking to follow, but gets caught with a BFT. Dallas planted head first onto the mat. 1, 2, 3, and that's all she wrote. LA Knight gets the victory here tonight. Pun intended. And he is advancing to the semifinals, where he will either take on Will Ospreay or Eddie Kingston, and we will find out who will be later on tonight. Is that The Miz? The Gladiator Champion versus the voice of the voiceless. Damien may be looking for that patent brain buster. Punk able to get down, though, neck breaker, but Damien able to rake the eyes. Damien, we know, has looked up to CM Punk for a long time, so this is a dream match in the books of Damien. Punk advancing to the quarterfinals. Gets caught. Damien gets caught by Punk, gets dropped on the top rope. Punk defeated Kevin Owens to make it here, and Damien with the shoulder thrust, and Damien with an enziguri. Damien now springboard, gets caught by Punk. Punk looking for the GTS, but Damien, though, able to counter. Big knees to the midsection. If Damien could defeat Punk here tonight, what an upset that would be by the Gladiator Champion. And Punk holding on to the top rope, back elbow, and a big step up enziguri. No one home. Damien with a German suplex, planting the voice of the voiceless on his head into the flatliner. And Damien with a big boot to the ear of CM Punk, and he's headed up top. Damien could be looking for that Ferrari frog splash right across the chest of CM Punk. Wasting no time whatsoever. Damien picking him right back up. Uppercut. But Punk at the back slide on Damien. Damien able to roll through, though, but a roundhouse kick follows. Almost knocks him loopy, and an elbow from Punk. And Punk sending Damien up the ropes. Looking to run the ropes, but Damien able to slide out of the ring, taking a smart way out, trying to recuperate. But Punk not going to waste any time. Perched up top, looking. Maybe looking for that double axe handle to the outside, right across the back of the head of Damien. CM Punk taking out the Gladiator champion on the outside. The double axe handle. And now looking to send Damien back into the ring. Looking to put this one to bed. CM Punk looking. Springboard into the clothesline. Taking down the Gladiator champion. And Punk looking to put this one to sleep. Pun intended. Putting up Damien, but Damien just going limp essentially. Just being dead weight, but Damien air raid crash. Planting CM Punk. 1, 2, kick out from Punk. Damien was playing possum there to not get into the GTS. Punk kicked out, and now Damien has that crossface cinched in. The crossface cinched in on CM Punk in the center of the ring. Punk just has to crawl to that bottom rope, and he will able to maintain his stance in this match. Damien might just tap out CM Punk right here and advance to the semifinals. CM Punk trying to reach for that bottom rope. Can he get it? Before he even gets it, Damien knew it was coming out, just stomping on the back of the head of CM Punk. Repeatedly, oh my God. Stomping on the back of his head. Just planting his face into the mat. And Damien out to the middle rope. Could be looking for that patented Michigan Destroyer. Setting him up, Michigan Destroyer, planting CM Punk. And you know what comes up after that. Damien could be looking for those double knees to the face. Off the ropes, but Punk puts him up. Punk puts him up. GTS, knocking out Damien, making him go to sleep. And CM Punk gets the victory in the quarterfinals. And what a match. CM Punk making his way to the semifinals where he will either face Kenny Omega or Bron Breakker. CM Punk could be on his way to becoming a future elite champion, but he might have a different championship in his sights as well. Grabbing that Gladiator title, walking over to Damien. Damien just snatching that belt back. He does not want Punk to have it any longer. Punk just walking over Damien. The disrespect to CM Punk. Eddie Kingston, we've seen a new attitude of him as of late, just stomping. Will Ospreay in the corner from corner to corner, but Ospreay able to get the kick pads up and hit the face of Eddie Kingston. Will Ospreay springboarding. Kingston able to duck under though. Big forearm to the back of the head. Super kick to the midsection by Ospreay and a big kick to the face. Step up into Gary and Ospreay just laying it on Eddie Kingston with that flying forearm. Grabbing Kingston, sending him out off the middle rope into the arm drag, sending Eddie Kingston to the ground and a drop kick to the side of the head. Will Ospreay popping off on Eddie Kingston, now standing corkscrew moonsault right across the chest of the Mad King. Will Ospreay stomping the side of the head of Eddie Kingston, grabbing the Mad King. And now hooking the arms, could be already looking Stormbreaker here. But Eddie Kingston's not going up for it. Eddie Kingston able to duck under into the chicken wing suplex. Dropping Will Ospreay right on his head. And Eddie Kingston is fired up in this match. He's got that arm ready to go. I wouldn't suggest getting up if I were you. Will Ospreay and a big clothesline in the corner. Eddie Kingston, big forearm. Will Ospreay super kick. Eddie Kingston, big forearm. Will Ospreay handspring back into Gary. Right across the head of Eddie Kingston. Eddie rolling to the outside, and Will Ospreay been on his A game in this matchup as Eddie Kingston trying to get back to his feet. Will Ospreay could be setting up here. Top rope, corkscrew moonsault, taking out Eddie Kingston on the outside. Will Ospreay taking out the Mad King with that corkscrew moonsault, and holy shit indeed. Ospreay sending Kingston into the ring, looking to put this one to bed. Will Ospreay perched up top in the high-risk district, shooting star press, to Eddie Kingston, hooking the far leg. 1, 2, and he gets the shoulder up just barely, keeping his chances alive in this LBW Elite Championship #1 contender fan voted tournament. Will Ospreay looking Cutter, but Eddie Kingston, German suplex. Oh my God. Dropping Will Ospreay right on that stack of dimes he calls a neck. Jon Moxley looking on with his friend Eddie Kingston, about to defeat Will Ospreay. And what? Ilya Dragunov. Eddie Kingston beat Ilya Dragunov just 3 weeks ago. Eddie Kingston confused why he's out here. So is Jon Moxley. Spinning backflips. No one home. Reverse DDT by Will Ospreay. And now, laying the arm over the chest. 1, 2. Kick out just barely by Eddie Kingston. Keeping his chances alive in this match. And Will Ospreay wasted no time. Stormbreaker. But Kingston gets down. Rear naked choke. Rear naked choke applied on Will Ospreay. And Ospreay able to bring down Eddie Kingston. Super kick to the chest. Kingston catches it though. Kingston backflips Ospreay. Big clothesline miss. Uranagi backflips Ospreay again. Oh my God. Mean lariat to Will Ospreay. Eddie Kingston looking spinning backflips, but once again getting distracted by Dragunov. Will Ospreay, Cutter, planting Eddie Kingston. Go for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Will Ospreay advances in this tournament. Ilya Dragunov keeps on accidentally messing with Eddie Kingston. I think Kingston might be a little jealous that Ilya's developed Jon Moxley as a friend out of respect for their match in Brutality Mania 4. Eddie Kingston being helped up by Jon Moxley. Staring down Ilya Dragunov. Ilya offering out his hand. And oh my, Eddie Kingston just scuffing the face of Dragunov. Eddie Kingston does not respect Ilya Dragunov whatsoever. But Will Ospreay advances. Your main event here tonight, Kenny Omega versus Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker not going anywhere. Omega was looking for that Hurricane Run up the top. But Breakker now headed to the middle rope. Looking for that middle rope bulldog, planning Omega, but Omega able to counter back suplex to Bron Breakker. Omega wasting 0 time, trying to get after Breakker. Big kick to the face, and now maybe poison Ronda, no one home though. Bron Breakker reverse Alabama slam, dropping Kenny on that top rope, and now giving him the mean forearms to the back. Grabbing him by the tights, pulling him back, German suplex, planting Kenny Omega. Breakker just taking it to the cleaner. Bron Breakker grabbing at the head of Omega, sending him into the corner. And now went for this something, got caught with an elbow, put a spear into the corner. And now another shoulder thrust, overhead, exploder suplex. Bron Breakker is just tossing around the former Elite Champion. And Breakker off the ropes now, was going for a spear, got caught with a drop kick. Big forearm by Kenny Omega. And now Omega looking for that DDT. Never mind suplex. Trying to pick up Breakker. But Breakker, though, could be looking Steiner screwdriver. Omega gets down, though, and is going to grab him by the singlet and bring him down. Omega with some nice offense on Bron Breakker. Trying to get back into this match. Bron Breakker to his feet. Omega was going for something. Got planted by Breakker. Breakker planting him down with that spine buster. Changing the shift of this match off rip. And now Breakker picking up the cleaner. Big forearm. And what does he have in mind? Just hammering away at the back of Omega. Omega sends Breakker off the ropes, and Breakker with a mean shoulder tackle. Taking down Omega. Bron Breakker grabbing at Kenny Omega. Grabbing him by the goozle. Could be looking to send this one home. Putting him up top. Military press. Never mind, Omega counters, points, and Rana planting Bron Breakker. Kenny Omega getting some life back into this match. Hooking the arms. Tiger driver. Planting him right on his head. Hooking the far leg. 1, 2. Kick out by Breakker, and Omega cannot believe it. Kenny Omega dumbfounded at the fact Bron Breakker is able to kick out. Omega grabbing him by the singlet, putting him up. Maybe looking For more bang for your buck. Plants him with the first part. And now looking. Went for the moonsault, but Breaker with the kip up. And the shot to the back of Kenny Omega. The athleticism of Bron Breaker and the speed, the quickness, the awareness of Breaker is just mind-blowing for a man his size. But he got tongue up on the top rope. As we know, Kenny Omega is addicted to Bron's breakers. And now Omega up top. Maybe looking. Oh my God. Dragon sleeper off the top rope. Planting Bron Breaker on his head. Oh my God. Both men might be out. I think Omega maybe might have just done some head damage to himself here, but he's still fighting through it. And Omega now, you know what time it is. Charging it up. Looking for the V-Trigger, taking down Bron Breaker. Omega just has to slide in for the cover, and he's got this one on the bag. 1, 2. Breaker gets the shoulder up, and Omega can't believe it. Omega almost just handed Bron Breaker his first loss in LBW. Omega grabbing Breaker by the head off the ropes. V-Spear! Spear by Breaker! Spear taking down Kenny Omega. Omega is motionless. And Breaker trying to pick him Omega, but Omega's just like dead weight. And Breaker now grabbing him by the goozle. You know what time it is. Putting him up top. Looking. Military press power slam, planting down Kenny Omega. Hooking the far leg. 1, 2, 3. I think Kenny might have got that shoulder up. Just might have just barely got that shoulder up, and Breaker looking to put this one to bed now with another spear. Hooking the far leg. 1, 2, 3. Bron Breaker had to use one more spear to make sure he put Kenny Omega away. But Breaker is advancing to the semifinals where he will face CM Punk. But what a win for Bron Breaker as we have some medical checking up on Kenny Omega. We hope he's okay.